Going on? Hey, everybody, it's
Yep.
Tuesday. We are back. We are live. It is me. I'm Scott, alive here again with Jordan
What
P.
is up?
Anderson. Jordan, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. I'm getting ready for Black Friday. How about
Black
yourself?
Friday is coming in hot, my friend. So Black Friday is the haps right now. It's November. We are several weeks still from Black Friday, but I'm telling you, wherever you guys might be at in your own Black Friday journey, okay, that is what we're here to talk about today. How can you guys be engineering your own, I like to refer to it as a 5-figure Black Friday, right? How many of you guys, if you had a 5-figure Black Friday, that would change a lot of things for you, right? Give me a yes down below, whether you're on YouTube or Facebook, if a 5-figure Black Friday would be the bee's knees for you and your business. Because the truth is, right, it's honestly not that hard. Okay, even if you have a relatively small following, right? Cashing in and doing those kind of things and engineering a big day like that is really not like, it's not rocket science. Honestly, we're going to talk about 3 things specifically that go into every single great Black Friday sale, and we'll kind of just sort of, we'll dive into some of the stuff. So here it is, right here on the screen. 3 keys to a 5-figure Black Friday. But before we get into that, Jordan, number 1, backwards hat bros, right?
That's what today's theme
Backwards
is.
hat
Yes.
bros. That's today's theme.
And I should have clarified. We're not talking about Black Friday like, oh, I'm gonna get the best deal and go shopping. No, we're talking about selling and making some money.
Exactly. I'm not here to tell you what to go buy at Costco or Walmart this Black Friday, which, by the way, any of you guys who might be considering going to Walmart on Black Friday, a tip of the cap to you, my friend. You have a higher risk tolerance than I do. But we are not here to tell you where to go find Black Friday deals. I'm talking about your service, your physical product, your digital product, your courses, your whatever you might be selling online, and engineering a Black Friday deal that is paying you this year that you may then go reinvest at Walmart if you would be so inclined. But that's what we're here to talk about. Jordan, give people a quick rundown, right? What have we been doing? We've got a couple things that have been going down at our YouTube channel, which, by the way, anybody who's watching this video right now, if you're watching on Facebook, go subscribe to us on YouTube. 100% go to youtube.com/SamCartApp and go subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is the #1 place for online business, marketing, sales, features. I mean, just, we are giving away some incredibly awesome stuff at our YouTube channel every single week. And so the past week or so, we have been sort of dripping out content that is all about engineering your own extremely profitable Black Friday. Jordan, what have we been posting over there?
Yeah, so it's actually going to end up being a 6-part series this month because it's all just every episode is leading up to Black Friday. So the first episode was how to make an awesome bundle, how to make a killer offer where maybe you have a product, you have say just an online course, or you're thinking small. You're like, I just have an ebook, or I just have this audio recording or template, and it's like, okay, how can we make that a bigger package? How can we make that a bigger bundle, add some value to it, slap on a couple extra $1,000 more to it, and get it out there? And then the most recent episode is how to discount, and that can get kind of tricky because there's a lot of like common myths out there when it comes to discounting. Do I have to do the like Walmart, like $97 or end in 9s, all those kind of like weird little tricks? So we talk about that in episode 2. And this week coming up is actually going to start to get together our content strategy. So things like we're doing right now, live streaming, this could be a content strategy. Your blog, your newsletter, your podcast, stacking up your email so that you're ready to have that kind of cart open, cart close sequence ready to go.
Big time.
A lot of good stuff all coming up, all leading up to Black Friday. Don't worry, all the episodes will come out before Black Friday so you can watch them as they come out and study them and put them to the test immediately after watching it.
Exactly. And I might be slightly biased here at this point, but I will say that SamCart is the #1 tool for running your Black Friday sale this year. So step number 1 of the 3 keys really of running your own Black Friday sale should be go get a SamCart trial. If you're not currently using SamCart to sell your stuff online, you absolutely 100% need to go to SamCart.com and get a trial, because selling your service, your course, your whatever, right, and then having features that are going to help your customers buy more of the stuff that you have, okay, is absolutely what we do all day, every day. That's the same reason why SamCart sellers make 3 to 5 times more on average than people who sell in other places, because that's all we do. Okay, we are the e-commerce engine for running your business, and that is never more important than on a big day like Black Friday. So, Jordan, with that, I say we get to them slides.
Let's get it.
Let's get to it. So guys, this is the 3 keys to a 5-figure Black Friday. All right. So I want all of you guys to, we're just going to kind of riff on these for a little bit. If you have questions, drop them in the chat box. We'd love to sort of answer them. And even, we could get really kind of specific about whatever your business might be, you know what I mean? But I'll try and riff on these a little bit for service sellers, for physical products, for, whatever. Cause it's sort of, the strategies are all the same, right? The keys are all the same, but how you implement could be a little bit different depending on what it is that you go out there and you sell. Okay, so 3 keys to a 5-figure Black Friday. Jordan, hit them up. Key number 1.
Number 1 is a killer offer.
A killer offer. Now, I mean something very specific by that, okay? A product is something you sell, okay? So in this example over here, and I'll point in the right direction. This example over here on, my right, your left, okay, is the product would be one of these bottles, okay? So you're selling something, that's a product, okay? But how do you make an offer? An offer is where you take a product and other things that you sort of give away with that product. And I'll explain what I mean in a second. And then all of a sudden, the offer is sort of like the sum of all the parts, and the offer is greater than the sum of the parts, okay? So to put it more in plain language, right? If I was this person right here selling, ointment or whatever that might be, right? An offer might be, hey, I'm going to give you a bottle of this cream, a bottle of cream B, and this liquid thing over here, and plus I'm going to give you discounted shipping, and that's my offer. Okay, that's me taking and putting together multiple different things and creating an offer that's greater than the sum of its parts. Okay, so for you, that might mean, if you're a physical product seller, that might mean making a special bundle of your products for Black Friday, right? That might mean if you don't have a bundle of products, right, maybe you take your best product and you're going to toss in some 30-minute video of you going through and talking about the best ways that you can use that product, right? It might be just the product by itself, add in free shipping, add in free engraving, right? Toss in a free t-shirt or, something like that. And all of a sudden you have an offer. Okay, you have multiple different bullet points in this offer that is going to seem like a greater deal than just saying, hey, this product is on sale at a discount. Okay, it's perfectly fine to just take your product, slap a discount on it, and that's your Black Friday deal. No big deal. Okay, creating what I would call a killer offer, okay, involves taking it that extra step. Jordan, walk us through how you might create a killer offer if you were a service seller. Jordan, in Different Life, of course, is a video extraordinary photographer, someone who definitely has charged for his professional services. If let's just say that was you and you're doing videography work, right? What might you roll out as an offer on Black Friday?
Yeah, so say your base service is something like video production or photography or graphic design. That's kind of like this is our base foundation thing. What you could add on top of that are different tiers, different service expedition. Like you could say if you want this done in under 5 days, if you want this done in 24 hours, that can be an add-on. But you could also expand it to say hey, you're going to have the final file. A lot of people want the project file, especially designers and people that make logos. Sometimes they'll just give you the PNG, and you say, hey, no, I want the Adobe big file so that I can go and make my own. And you can bundle that all together and say, hey, you're going to get the full package. Another way you could bundle this is you could turn this into an online course. Say if I'm a filmmaker, and you can say here, watch this online course, learn how to edit yourself. I'm also going to include the project file, and I'll include 1 hour consultation. Hit my Calendly link right here. I'm going to send you directly here. Schedule an appointment, all included. There's a lot of tangible and intangible ways that you can do that you can bundle for services that like the simple things okay, maybe I'll send them a t-shirt, maybe I'll send them some merch. I think what you could really capitalize on is access to you, access to your mind, your services, your professional level, the deep secrets. I think there's a nice hook in there that you could definitely use.
Love that. Yeah, 100%. So that's a great rundown of how a service seller might make a offer for Black Friday, right? So if you're how about coaches and consultants, right? If you're a coach, consultant type person, how could you take your product and make something right? Maybe, if you're a coach or consultant, maybe you're going to launch something new in December, right? And we're going to do this. We're going to do an accelerator program, right? You're going to come together. We're going to have 4 1-hour sessions together, you in a small group. And as a part of this bundle offer, right, I'm going to give you recordings of past client, service coaching calls or things like that, right? So you can have digital files, deliver them right through the SamCart COURSES app, right? And you're going to be able to allow people to buy, not only going to get your ticket in this accelerator, but we're going to give you past recordings of other things that we've done. I'm also going to toss in, I don't know what a coach or consultant might be out there talking about. Let's just say it's like fitness or something, right? Well, I'm also going to make you, my 90-day meal plan, or something like that, right? And I'm going to toss this in, and now it's part of the free offer as well. So basically, what I want everyone to sort of see is everything we've been laying out here, right? Is creating your killer offer for this Black Friday should involve and can very, very easily involve sort of cross-pollinating between different mediums and different types of what you're selling, right? So if you're selling a physical good, right, a very, very easy way to make an offer is to create something digital and include that, right? It costs you nothing. Get on the camera, turn your phone around. I don't know where my phone is right now, but turn your phone around and record something really quick. If you're selling digital products, right, maybe offer something that's sort of service-based, right? Offer some time with you, right? Things like that is going to be a great way to make a killer offer. If you're a coach or consultant, right, offer some recordings, some things that are not truly live, some things that don't involve your time, things like that. That is a great way to make a killer offer. And then, of course, if you're selling digital content, if you're selling a course, you're selling an ebook, you're selling that kind of stuff, right? The sorts of things you could be doing to making an offer up other things you've created, right? Offer up other quick, video courses you've gone and created. Offer up, that recording of a coaching call you did with somebody else in your world the other month or something like that, right? There's so many different ways for you to take what you're selling and build an offer around it. Okay, so I want everybody here to think about this. This Black Friday, the offer you're going to sell, I want you to have a minimum of 3 bullet points. Okay, so I'm going to go sell my ebook, right? And now, okay, what else am I going to do? All right, I'm going to toss in, my cheat sheet for burning, 5 pounds a week or so, I don't know, whatever, right? I'm just kind of spitballing here, right? And then the last one, maybe you're going to offer up is a 30-day guarantee, right? That could be easily could be your bundle. If you're selling a physical product, right? I'm going to offer up, my product. I'm going to give you a free sample of product B, and I'm going to offer you, expedited shipping. That's 3 bullet points to a great offer. If I'm a coach or consultant, right? I'm going to do, hey, come get the accelerator program we're running in December, right? I'm going to give you, an hour-long recording from a past client, and I'm going to give you access to, a private Slack group, right? That's 3 bullets to making yourself a killer offer. So go ahead, 100% use those things. A killer offer is a big, big deal.
Got a question here from John Wilson Green, and maybe we can help him build a bundle out of this. He's written a 333-page book and is trying to sell the ebook on SamCart. How could you take an ebook, for example, and make it into sort of a kit or make it into some kind of Black Friday bundle to make it a little bit more appealing?
Absolutely. John, I will say first and foremost that I had somebody from I shouldn't say from the Hull, somebody from Hull, UK at my wedding. Is a very good friend of my father-in-law's, and they are lovely people. I am very fond of the good people over in Hull in the UK. So 100%, if you're selling an ebook, John, a great way to build a bundle for this Black Friday around that ebook you just wrapped up, right, is go create a 30-minute video session where you kind of give the hidden chapter of your ebook, right? One extra little free something, or maybe you dive really deep into one point that you didn't cover inside of the ebook, right? And that's something you put alongside your ebook as an offer. Then you should go ahead and go create some checklist worksheet type thing. You know what I mean? Somewhere in your 333 pages, right? I'm sure there's something in there that you could boil down to a 1-page cheat sheet, in some way, shape, or form. And go build that, go create that, right? Offer it in there and say, listen, this is only available for Black Friday. You're going to get the book. You're going to get this, special discounted audio recording of the hidden chapter type stuff is something we like to say, right? And then I'm going to give you my checklist for XYZ, right? Whatever it is that you might be doing. And all of a sudden you, my friend, have a killer Black Friday offer. So definitely like that. Super, super easy. Whatever it is that you're selling, 100% selling it on SamCart is the right idea. Okay. You get awesome features that we might talk about a little bit here, right? But things like order bumps, things like one-click upsells, things like all these other features that are going to help you not only sell your Black Friday offer, but then help those customers spend more very easily in the process, which again is why SamCart sellers make 3 to 5 times more money on average. So Jordan, with that.
I was going to add one thing to the book method. You could do kind of like the David Goggins method, where you could say, okay, you can buy the physical book, you can buy the ebook, you can buy the audio book, or you can buy, say the book is $20. So you can say, or you can buy all 3, digital, physical, and the audiobook for $100. And now you've super expanded it, where before maybe you were just going to sell a physical book here, an ebook there, but if you package it all together, now you've got something.
100%. And that's where features like SamCart has that no one else does really, really come into play. That's how you turn a $20 ebook sale into a $100 customer is by offering other things like that. And SamCart makes it so easy for your customers to be able to do exactly that and buy more along the way. Big time.
All right, number 2 is attention.
Attention.
How do we get attention to our Black Friday specials?
First of all, great image, Jordan. Great image. I really love that. That is a very regal looking sheep, my friend. And so, yeah, attention. Attention is very simple, right? You basically cannot. Here's the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is midnight strikes on Black Friday, right? Everybody's sleepy, got a bunch of turkey in their tummy, right? You know what I mean? Everybody's going to sleep in on Black Friday, except I guess, the guys that are going to get PS5s at Walmart. But the normal crowd, okay, is 100% going to bed and is doing that kind of thing. You cannot send someone an email Black Friday at midnight, right? And say, hey, here's our Black Friday special. That is the worst case scenario. You have got to, days or even weeks ahead of time, start giving your audience a clue that something is coming on Black Friday, okay? Why do you think everybody starts getting those mailers from Costco and Target and the aforementioned Walmart and right, all those people? Why do you start getting those mailers like October 2nd, right, about Black Friday deals and they're in your mailbox, right? Like those things happen because they are focused on this key right here. The key that you have is attention is a currency, okay? And so if you are stockpiling attention in the days and weeks ahead of Black Friday, then you get a chance to cash in majorly, okay? You got to let people know we've got something big coming. What do you think we're doing right here, right now, okay? By giving you guys awesome content about building your own Black Friday sale, right? Talking about our own Black Friday sale, which we do have something special coming this Black Friday. If you are a SamCart customer or have never used us as well, that's what we're doing, right? We are capitalizing on attention and bringing your guys' attention back to the idea that, hey, on Black Friday, I need to be checking in at SamCart. I need to be checking in and seeing what they have for us, right? Do the same thing. Start teasing things out. And you can't go wrong here, okay? Building attention is very simple. Send an email, right, that just says, hey, heads up. If you love XYZ, then like definitely pay attention on Black Friday. We have a special offer coming your guys' way that is going to help you do, A, B, C, D, right? Whatever you guys want to say, and send that email. It can be that easy and that short, you know what I mean? Or you can go super ham and start doing a bunch of Facebook Lives and start, grabbing a whole bunch of people's attention like that. But however you do it, building attention, stockpiling attention in the days and weeks running up to Black Friday is critical if you want to cash in a big way in that 24-hour period.
Yeah, definitely don't want to start your first email on Black Friday. Now would be the time, because it's Tuesday now, so Black Friday from
2 weeks and 2 days, yeah.
2 weeks and 2 days. So what would I do if I don't have an audience, or I need to now you're scrambling, okay, I've got the product, I got it made, I got the bundle made, but now I got to go get an audience real quick in 2 weeks. How am I going to do that? Or
exactly.
So planning ahead, or planting seeds, or maybe this is the time to start building that audience, or don't shoot yourself in the foot for next year. Have that audience, start building it now, so that by next Black Friday could be even better.
Even better. And this is a huge plug for, again, subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you guys go over there, Jordan, the one that's where we talk about the problem, agitate, solve sequence, is that live yet, or is that coming?
Oh, that's on the way. But
that's on the way.
But we do have a version of that where we talk about the 3-act structure of a movie, the problem, agitate, solve, where you first in the first act of the movie, you talk about the problem that your product is solving, and then you agitate, you kind of stick the knife in and twist a little bit, tell them how bad the problem is, and then you resolve it by saying, hey, I've got this product that can solve your problem that we've been talking about for the last couple days. Here you go.
Yeah. And so as a major hint, again, go subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SamCartApp. And make sure you guys head out. I think that video is going to be, it's Thursday of this week, Jordan, the one that's going live about the pre-launch series.
That's going to be, I think that's
going to be next week.
I think it's a week from now. So
might be a week from now. So a week from now, we are going to be publishing this video where we're going to walk you guys through what we call the Problem, Agitate, Solve series. Okay. Problem, Agitate, Solve is basically a really, really easy blueprint for you to follow in the days and weeks ahead of Black Friday. Right. And by the time we release that video, there will be plenty of time for you to write your own and start kind of putting it out into the world. But it's basically how do you stockpile attention? Okay. If you're not sure what to say or how to say it or things like that to your audience, we're going to give you a blueprint, what we call problem, agitate, solve, that you guys can use. And basically in a couple of emails, a couple of social media posts, a couple of, however you want to deliver that message, you will start stockpiling attention, right? Like never before. And so definitely stay tuned. That video is coming to our YouTube channel early next week.
Yep, you're building up the content, and then you're just kind of like pulling that slingshot back further and further and further until Black Friday, and you say, boom, here's
You
all the
want
content.
people lined up around the block, right? How does Walmart, Target, all those people, how do they get people lined up around the block in front of their stores in maybe in a non-COVID time? I don't know. Maybe were there lines last Black Friday? I didn't really I'm not a go out on Black Friday person. Maybe there were. I don't know.
People, a $400 TV, people will go through a lot of things.
People are going to risk a lot of stuff. People are going to risk a lot of stuff for that $400 TV. So, that's how do you replicate the same thing? How do you get people lined up around the block to buy your stuff? This is how you do it. Stockpile attention long beforehand, right? So let's
that brings us right into number 3, the deadline. So with the deadline, we're talking about building your content, building up the tension, building up the suspense up until Black Friday. But your Black Friday sale can't be 30 days long. It can't be a 2-week series. Yeah. It's got to be what's a good time to set the deadline, add some scarcity and urgency to our Black Friday sale.
Absolutely. If you want a ton of scarcity, you want Black Friday to be huge, set a deadline of midnight on Black Friday, right? Or even better, if you have actual scarcity, and you can only sell so many of one thing because you're a service seller and there's only so much time in the day, or you're a physical product seller and you only have so many, then let people know, hey, I have got 10 spots. I've got 20 spots. I've got 100 of these units. And when they're gone, right? Why is Black Friday the biggest sales day of the year for so many retailers? It's because they have actual scarcity and things run out. And everybody knows when Black Friday's over, it's gone. Right now, you could argue some people jack up their prices artificially on Black Friday so that the deals aren't actually that good. But the truth of the matter, right, is that Black Friday is huge I shouldn't say around the world. It's definitely huge in this country, huge in a lot of Western countries, right? Because when Black Friday is over, the deals are gone and your deal needs to disappear as well. Set a deadline and let people know about it the entire way. Okay. Again, just like you don't want your first notice to someone about your Black Friday sale to happen at midnight on Black Friday. You never, ever want the first time someone knows the deal is ending to be 10 minutes before it's ending. Okay. We always say, listen, this deal is available now. It's open. Go get it. Right. And it closes. And in the next sentence is, this is when it's over and this is when it's gone. Okay. So when you have a deadline, when you have a hard deadline and you stick to it, okay, you get people off the fence. You get people to make their decision to jump. And your conversions are going to go through the roof when you have a deadline. And again, something like SamCart, you're using SamCart to sell your stuff. You can add a really easy, nice countdown timer, super easy, drag it right there in the drag and drop builder, right? Add it to your page and just let that timer go to work for you. Okay. That timer is going to make you more money than any email, than any Facebook Live, any great offer. You know what I mean? If it came down to it, I would keep number 3 and get rid of the other 2. Okay. Because the deadline is going to be unbelievably important. And it sounds like all of you guys agree.
Yeah, deadline. You could also add there's a progress bar in there as well. So you could say, yes, hey, the question I think that comes to mind is, okay, I'm selling a digital product. I have infinite copies of the digital product, but maybe you can do okay, maybe I have 100 seats of this online course left. And then you just every day you update that little progress bar on your sales page to say, hey, only 10 spots left, only 2 spots left, 1 spot left. Just add that pressure that's gonna get people to okay, fine, I'll convert.
I love that. Jordan, did you ever buy anything from Woot.com?
Woot.com?
Remember Woot.com? Anybody in the comments know Woot.com? It's now owned by Amazon, but it was one of the very first and probably the biggest of the deal websites. You know what I mean? When those all came out in 2006, it was whoa, what is this? And people check back every day, right? Because new deals, there's just always something new going on there. Well, Woot had this awesome thing, and it was a big part of their growth. Is that basically every Friday they would start what they called a Woot off, right? So it's WOOT.com. I'm not affiliated with them or anything. You guys go and check it out on your own, right? But Woot offs was every single Friday morning they would launch a product, right? Or 2 or 3. Eventually it would become there's this whole suite of them, right? And they had a set number of them that they would sell. And it was this whole thing that every time somebody would sell, it would tick closer and closer to 0. And when it hit 0, a new product was up. And then that product started ticking down to 0 until people bought it. And it was that's what you're going for here. Okay. That's on Black Friday. That's the that anxiety everybody feels in your chest when I tell you that story, and you start thinking, you get excited thinking about like, oh, I got to be there. I got to make sure I'm there. That's exactly what you want to go and create with your own stuff, right? That's the same feeling that you're going to go and create when you add a countdown timer, when you add there's only 10 of these left, there's only 20 of these left, right? Provided that your number is a reasonable number. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I believe in ethical marketing. No one here should be saying a number that's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? If your number says there's 3,000 left, okay, and you know you're not going to sell anywhere near 3,000, then your attempt at scarcity is literally going to start working against you, okay? Because if it seems like, oh, there's so many left, I'll come back and check later. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that your deadline is reasonable. You want to make sure that it sounds like something that your audience is going to jump at, that there's a reason for them to jump right that very second, right? And get moving, right? Because that's really what a deadline is all about.
We got a question here. If I create a new product, can I upgrade to scale and have affiliates on SamCart market for me?
Yeah, 100%. So having SamCart Scale is where the SamCart Affiliate Center resides. So that lets you go out there, unbelievably powerful tool, enormous potential to open up whole new avenues of growth. It lets me say, hey, Jordan, come be an affiliate, right? Sell my stuff to your audience. I'll give you a link. And anytime you make a sale, I'm going to give you 50%, or I'll give you, $10 or, whatever back to Jordan automatically. He gets a great opportunity to sort of monetize his audience, right? And I get a brand new sale anytime something comes in from Jordan, right? It costs me $0 to bring that customer in. It is pure profit. I give stuff back to Jordan. It is a great little, like mutually beneficial relationship there. And that again is available on SamCart Scale, the full SamCart Affiliate Center.
Yeah, doing affiliate marketing it's its own strategy in itself, but I gotta say, on the technology side for SamCart, that is underrated on our end. Like,
it's crazy.
How you can just create a link, you can send it to I just casually send it to my friends, like, hey, I got a product I automatically pay you. Here's the link, boom, sign up. I don't even have to approve anything. They're automatically in there, and super underrated. The affiliate center, very easy to work with.
Love that. So guys, quick recap, right? The 3 keys to a great big 5-figure Black Friday sale, okay? Key number 1.
You're working me too hard.
Okay, I was going to say, yeah. Key number 1, a killer offer, okay? How can you take your product and put some other stuff in there, toss some other digital products in there, toss some other, whatever, right? And make an offer. Okay, so make a killer offer, and that can include big discounts. That should, include things like big discounts. That's great, but make an offer, not just sell a product. That's key number 1.
Yeah, this is where you call your product like the blank kit, the exactly. Black Friday kit or something like that.
Bingo. Yeah, love that.
Number 2.
Key number 2 is attention. Okay, so in the weeks and days leading up to Black Friday, you need to start stockpiling attention. All right, start getting people in the door, start telling people, hey, we have something big coming on Black Friday. And that, my friends, is how you are going to create a situation where people are digitally lining up to buy your stuff from you this Black Friday.
And then number 3, a deadline.
A deadline, right? Let people know this is when this deal is over. It is gone after this many people buy. It is gone after midnight on Black Friday. It's gone after Cyber Monday, right? But add a deadline in there and watch, okay, how your conversions explode as you get closer and closer to that deadline.
And Scott, can you repeat a deadline too many times? Is there such thing as like saying the deadline too many times?
Absolutely not. No, 100%. Every single communication you send out during or on Black Friday should talk about your deadline. Every email, every social media post, anything that you send out there, right, should include information about your deadline. It is bar none, right, the absolute easiest thing that you will do to just slam down more customers, right, and to boost your conversion rates in a massive, massive way. Never stop talking about that deadline until it passes.
And speaking of never stop talking about deadlines, let's talk about the November 15th deadline or date that is so special. Scott, what's going on November 15th?
Absolutely. November 15th, which I believe is next Monday.
Next Monday.
It's Monday. Okay, cool. On next Monday, Brian is going to go live with a webinar where we're going to share a bunch of our best Black Friday kind of tips and tricks and strategies. So if you liked this, okay, make sure that you come back and check us out November 15th. That is going to go live. Everybody on email and everything will definitely note about it. We'll post in the Facebook group about it, right? There's going to be a lot of opportunities there. But there's going to be a ton of incredibly awesome in-depth stuff Awesome, Don. I'm glad you enjoyed this one for sure. If you guys enjoyed this session right here, 100% come see us on November 15th, because with more than enough time for you guys to still come on November 15th, learn about all the Black Friday stuff, tips, tricks that we know from studying SamCart sellers and running our own Black Friday promotions. Okay. You guys will have plenty of time to apply those and go engineer a big win of your own. Okay. So Black Friday this year in 2021, there is no reason it cannot be your biggest sales day of your career, let alone of the entire year here. So come back, come see us on November 15th. That is next Monday. Stay tuned for information about that. But we've got an awesome webinar that we are going to go out there, a free training, 100% giving it away, because our hope, of course, is that you guys use these tips, tricks, come use SamCart, the best e-commerce platform for selling your stuff online. And we create awesome customers for life. You create a big stack of cash on Black Friday, and we all just ride off into the sunset together. And that's my dream. That's what I dream about, Jordan.
That sounds good, man. That sounds like a great way to end this.
That's going to be good. Awesome, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Again, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SamCartApp. I am Scott Moran on behalf of Jordan P. Anderson from SamCart. Thank you all for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.
Later.